Warning, if you are easily triggered by videos that includes the words GameStop, turn this video off now. Turn this video off now because you are going to hate me by the time I'm done here, because this is my third stack of games that have just come in from GameStop, and I got to be honest, they came through this time. They came through. So I'm not going to take too much time. We're going to dive right into this stack, and I'm going to give you my thoughts at the end. Also, for those of you who are wondering where the ratio sits at this point, I would say at this time, probably 25%, less than 25% of the games that I got from GameStop were complete in box, right? So actually, I'm lying. Still less than like 10%. Maybe 7% of the games that I got from GameStop were complete in box, but you have about 15% that came with at least the case and the cover art. So I'm going to show you what came in this last batch here. Let's go. The first game that we have in this batch is Blinx 2 Space and Time. I appreciate these Blinx games. There's just something very novel about them. I have Blinx 1 on Xbox. I have the original version. This is Blinx 2. Unfortunately, no manual, but that's okay. I'm not losing sleep over it. All in all, great case, good cover art, so we'll take it. Next up, Ninja Gaiden Black on the original Xbox. This was just more so a test to see if this one would come in complete. This one did come in complete, actually in pretty darn good condition. And there goes that manual. There goes the game. Not bad at all. So 2 clean pickups. Blinx, I think, was like $9, and Ninja Gaiden Black was about $17 or $18. So not bad there. Then we have The Nightmare Before Christmas on the PlayStation 2. This was one of the ones that I was like shocked to see. This is kind of not on the rare side, but on the uncommon for GameStop's website side. And so this was one that I also picked up. Unfortunately, although it did come with the nice cover art and case, this one did not come with a manual. I haven't tested any of these, so hopefully all of these work, but this was another PlayStation 2 game that came in. Then next we have Guitar-Ru Man. Now, I was really shocked when I saw that just seeing the artwork on this was a shocker, because I genuinely thought that this was going to come disc only, but this one did come not complete. Complete would have been like hooray, but it did come with the game and the cover art. So this was a pleasant surprise. I'm glad to have gotten this one. I think this one will stay in the collection. I'm pretty sure this one will stay in the collection. I'm a little iffy on Nightmare Before Christmas, but Guitar-Ru Man will stay just because this is one that you don't really see every day, and I was stoked to find this one. Moving on, we have the GameCube, and this is where things get very interesting. So first we have Def Jam Vendetta. Now, I've been trying to get a working copy of Def Jam Vendetta for quite some time. Every time I pick up a copy, it's not working. So here is a case where hopefully this copy is working. This is for the GameCube, and it did come with the case. Unfortunately, no manual. So womp, womp, womp. Bummer situation there. But it is what it is. At least it came with the cover art and the game, and I'm not mad at that. Pretty decent case too, so not too mad at that. Now this next game, Eternal Darkness. Now, this one was a very pleasant surprise. So this copy of Eternal Darkness did come complete in box. So huge score for GameStop, because of all the games that I did purchase from their website, this was one of the ones that I was really hoping that it came complete. And sure enough, this one did come complete with the manual. So score a win for the Y2K here. Let's check that disc. Let's make sure the disc is in decent shape. The disc looks like it's in decent shape as well. So this was a very good pickup for me. Super glad that this one was complete. And last but not least, I think you guys are getting a peek of it, but last but not least, ChibiRobo. So ChibiRobo on the GameCube. So this was a super duper pleasant surprise. I really genuinely did not think that I was going to get even the case. I was pretty much sold that, you know what, even if I just get the game, I'll be happy to get the game. I wish I could sit here and say that this was complete. That would be like a dream come true. Unfortunately, it did not come with the manual, but it did come with the game and the case. And I'll take it. I will take it, to be quite honest with you. This one will go into the collection. I am going to be playing this tonight, just to see if it's worth all the hype. Let's see if it is really worth all of its hype. But this is very pleasant to see. So overall, I mean, some huge wins, right? Some really, really big wins when you consider Gitaru Man, Eternal Darkness, and ChibiRobo. These were games that I saw on the website. I wasn't sure. I really took a shot in the dark. I said, let's see if they are about that life. And surely they came through and delivered on this one. So I still have a couple more orders coming in. I do have some orders that I do have some games that I do need to return because there's some games that came defective, broken, discs were chipped. All of the things that you hate about GameStop came in this shipment too. There were a lot of things that I didn't like about what was shipped to me. Obviously, it sucks when you don't get the case in the manual, but it's like a gamble, right? Like it's pretty much, how I view them. You take your chances, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I had a commenter say that they have a really hard time making returns at their local GameStop. I say try to find a GameStop near you where you can build relationships with the employees who know how you purchase video games and are willing to work with you when GameStop sends you a game that you don't feel is in satisfactory condition, whether it's in a non-working condition, whether the game is dirty, damaged, not complete, whatever the case may be. Try to find a GameStop that will understand what you're looking for as a consumer and be willing to follow the return policy that they've set forth. You know, no GameStop employee should really be denying anyone a return. If the purchase agreement stipulates that you have reserve the right to return the game within 7 days, you reserve the right to return the game within 7 days. I will not be returning any of these though. These are going to stay in the collection for sure, and I'll be testing a bunch of these out over this weekend. So like I said, score one for GameStop. If you don't like them, you should have turned this video off a long time ago, but I am glad for what was delivered to me. So we're gonna see what happens over the weekend. I have some more very interesting. I have one very interesting game on its way, and we're gonna see, because I've been able to pick up a few bangers during this whole retro dump that they went through this past week. Everything from Pokemon Coliseum to Fatal Frame to Operation Darkness. I mean, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And that's not even counting where we were in the beginning of the month when you think about games like Resident Evil Gaiden. Just so much. Brain Lord, so much. So we're gonna milk it while it's available, and because I know it's gonna dry up, and there'll be a dry moment. I'll go 2 or 3 weeks where it's absolutely dry, maybe even a month or so, and we'll see what happens then. But let me know what you think about these pickups down in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.